Om. Om. Om.
ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्धधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
Please read verse 48.
सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वारम्भा हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निरिवावृताः।
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 48, Bhasya. We had seen that all karmas, whether they belong to Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, by their very nature are defective in the sense they are binding in nature because of being Trigunatmika, the product of Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamaguna. All karmas invariably bind. Number one. Number two, once sahaja karma, the inborn karma, though defective, better take to it, do it, don't give it up. Because taking to others' karma is bhayavaha, something which is fraught with danger, can take you to hell, etc. Second point. Third point is, an ignorant person can never give up karma. An adhyani can never give up the karma. These are the three reasons because of which one has to do one's karma. In this context, a discussion is conducted, an inquiry is conducted, whether an adhyani can give up the karma or not. What is to be established is, adhyani cannot give up karma. In this context, some people say, no, adhyani also can give up karma. This is because of their different notions about the nature of karma. In that context, first, two versions are taken into account. Whether this Atma is always Chalanatmaka. Chalanatmaka means what? Sakriya, Kriyatmaka. The nature of Atma is always do karma. Number one. Number two, it is by Kshanika Vijnanavadiya Bauddha that Kriya, karma, action itself is Atma. Means Atma itself is a doer. That's what they say. Of course, here Bhashyakara has not gone in detail to dismiss these two notions, but one thing can be taken into account. If Atma by nature is Kriyatmaka, he can never give up the karma. Never give up the karma, even the knowledge, after gaining knowledge. Means moksha is impossible. Always karma. Duality. Karma means duality. Karta, karma, kriya, all these Vedas come, duality come. Means if Atma is always Kriyatmaka, Chalanatmaka, moksha is impossible. Ruled out. If Atma has got this, what is that? Kriya itself is Karaka Karta Atma. What will happen? And there, this knowledge principle is Kshanika. So because of Kshanika, it is ruled out that you are many defects do come. We have not discussed here. And because of Kshanika Vijnana, that notion also is ruled out. Third comes that of Vaisheshika. We will discuss in detail. Then comes the Sankhya Mata, which can be just dismissed based on the arguments given to Vaisheshika. So Vaisheshika says what he says. See, that is Atma is in its true nature. That is, when it doesn't do the karma, in its true nature, can give up the karma. But when it is Sakriya, Akriya and Sakriya. When he is Sakriya, that is Atma does the karma. And when he is not Sakriya, Akriya, then he doesn't do the karma. Nishkriya. With Nishkriya, he doesn't do the karma. So here, some problems do come. What is that? According to him, when Atma doesn't do the karma, he happens to be Nishkriya, karmas are given up. When Sakriya, they are taken to. Means there is an instance wherein Atma can give up the karma. That's what he says. And because of this, he says earlier two notions can be ruled out. This Atma is always Kriyatmaka, or that Panchaskandhas, etc. of the Kshanika Vijnani can be ruled out. And therefore he says this should hold good. Now the question is now, we have to know there what they have to say exactly. They say, they talk of 9 Nitya Dravyas. They say, while ascertaining the reality, they speak of 9 Nitya Dravyas. We have seen that Prithvi, Aap, Teja, Vayu, Akasha, Kala, Dik, Atma and Mana. When these Dravyas are in their Shuddha Avastha. Shuddha Avastha means what? Nishkriya Avastha. Karma can be given up by Atma. When they are Ashuddha means Sakriya, they do the karma. So problem is solved. This is what they say. Now, here, the problem comes. You say, what do you say? Shuddha Dravya is Nishkriya. And same Shuddha Dravya, what happens now? Becomes the Karaka. Karaka means the one who does Karta Atma. So therefore, here the question comes, what is the defect? The defect is, according to Vaisheshika, what they speak of what is called as asatkaryavada. This is a technical name. Satkaryavada, different. Asatkaryavada. What they say is, when the dravya is in the Shuddha Avastha, Shuddha Avastha means Nishkriya Avastha. At that time, no Kriya. But afterwards, they will give a reason why the Kriya takes place, etc. And the effect comes, they will say, describe afterward. But afterwards, it takes to Kriya. When it is a Shuddha Avastha, Nishkriya Avastha, the effect, Karya, born of Kriya, is not there in the Shuddha Dravya Karana. According to them, all dravyas to begin with are in the state of Paramanu. They are Indian atomists. Paramanu. From that Paramanu, which is Shuddha Avastha, no karma, therefore what it is? No kriya and nishkriya, and therefore in that state, whatever karya effect is going to be born is not present, non-existent. Then, because of being subjected to or on account of what they call is samavayi, asamavayi karana, the karya starts in terms of what is called as dvenuk, trenuk, chatanuk, means combination of two paramanus to become one entity, dvenuk. Combination of three paramanus to become other entity called trenuk. Combination of four paramanus to become chatanuk. Like this they go on. So at that time what happens? This dvenuk, trenuk and chatanuk were not existent in the paramanus. And they are born because of samavayi karana, asamayi karana. We have seen samavayi karana means that cause which is invariably present at all time in the karya effect. Mud is the samavayi karana. Samavayi means nitya sambandha. Nitya sambandha. The mud is the samavayi karana, nitya sambandha, invariably always connected cause of the mud pot. They speak of asamavayi karana also. What is asamavayi karana? See, samavayi karana, always connected cause, is always present in the effect. Like the mud in the mud pot, gold in the golden ornaments, that is water in the waves, like that, oceanic water in the waves, like that. But they speak of other that is going to come now afterwards, asamavayi karana. Asamayi means it is non-intimate. Earlier is always intimate. Non-intimate in the sense it is not always inseparably connected, but it is inseparably connected either in the cause or the effect, but not in the both. The cause which is always present in either of karana or karya. We'll take example. A lump of mud. A lump of mud has a shape, form. But that form is always connected to the lump of mud. But that is not in the pot. The form of the pot is always in the pot, but not in the lump of mud. This is what they call as asamavayi karana. And different from this, nimitta karana. For example, in the hand loom, though this what threads are woven, there That shuttle is there. Shuttle. That shuttle is different from this. It is called a nimitta karana. Nimitta karana is different from samavai and asamavai karana. This much enough for us to discuss. Not much required. They got a big theory of that. So that now they comes here. See, the effect was non-existent in the karana, say paramanus, from which dravyas are born, and in the dravya, the effect is existent. Earlier in the cause, it was not, this much is enough for you to understand. What they say is, the effect karya born from cause was not present, was not existent before being born. It was asat. Asat means non-existent. The effect, the karya, was non-existent in the karana. Then, because of samavai asamai karana, it is born, and that karya effect is now existent. And after some time, that existent cause will get destroyed and become non-existent. This much only keep in mind what they say. Effect, the karya, was earlier non-existent. Because of the samavai samai karana, nimitta karana, it became existent. And having existed for a while, for some time, afterward it got destroyed and it became non-existent. Means effect was non-existent earlier. From non-existence, existent effect came, and existent effect became again non-existent. That is, from abhava, non-existent, karya bhava, existence is brought, has come to existence. From existence, karya get destroyed, again abhava. This is what they say. Sir, what is wrong in this? For which Siddhanta gives, this is the mistake in this, that it is against what Bhagavan Krishna has said. What was that? Na bhavo, that is, yes, na bhavo, na sato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sata. Na sato vidyate bhavaha. Asataha, that is of non-existent entity, has never got any existence. Sataha bhavaha na abhava na vidyate bhavo sata. Sataha, with existent entity, abhava, becoming non-existence is not possible. Gita chapter 2, verse 16. Verse 16, yes. 16th verse. So therefore, what you say is abhagavata matam. It is not Bhagavata, means it is not Purana here. It is not in accordance with what Bhagavan Krishna has said. Vaisheshika argues, maybe. It may not be in accordance with what Bhagavan said. But if it is given to reasoning, yukti sammata, what is wrong in accepting it? That is the argument. Now we have come up to here. That is what the discussion, analysis starts to show and prove that what this Vaisheshika is saying is not given to reasoning. It is not yukti sammata. It is not reasonable. That is what is going to be now established. read from after that kim tarhi vyavasthite dravye avidyamana kriya. Vyavasthite dravye avidyamana kriya. From there you read. After kim tarhi. Could not get it? See, we have come up to Katham. About that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. Or read Atha Tritayopi Paksha.
Swamiji is not there.
Huh?
Jayesh is not seen.
Acha is not there. Let us see this. Kim tarhi vyavasthite dravye avidyamana kriya utpadyate. Vidyamana cha vinashati. Shuddham dravyam shaktimat avatishtati. Iti evam ahu kanadaha. Tadaiva cha karakam iti asmin pakshe kaha doshaha. So, what is the defect in this Vaisheshika Mata? Says Bhasya, ayameva tu doshaha. This we have seen. This is the defect. What is that? Yatastu abhagavatam matam idam. This is abhagavata mata. It is not approved by Bhagavan. How do you say so? Katham jnayate? How do you say that our Vaisheshika Mata is not approved by Bhagavan? Answer is given, Yataha aha Bhagavan, because Bhagavan has said so in the chapter 2, verse 16. Na sato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha. Asat, false entity, mithya entity, which has no real existence, can never have real existence. An entity which has real existence can never become non-existent. This is what Bhagavan has said. So therefore, in the light of this, if we analyze what Vaisheshikas have to say, that is what they say. Karnadanam hi asataha bhava. In the case of Karnadas, Vaisheshikas, asataha bhavaha. The effect which was not earlier present in the cause, karana, therefore asat, non-existent, it may what? It is us, that is bhava, existence of effect is born. Again, it stays for some time, then sataha cha abhavaha iti idam mata. From the existent sat effect, again it gets destroyed and becomes asat. This is what their mata. It is not in accordance with what Bhagavan has to say, for which Vaisheshika objects. So, abhagavatatvepi nyayavachet kaha doshaha. Maybe this is not in accordance with what Bhagavan has said. But if it is nyayavat, reasonable, it is in accordance with the reasoning, tarka, yukti, then kaha dosha, what problem, what defect is there? It should be accepted. That is what he says. Iti che. If this is what Vaisheshika argues, uchyate. Uchyate. So what is uchyate? Here is the answer. Siddhanta says. What is the answer? Doshavattu idam sarva pramana virodha. Sir, this is the defect. What is it? What you say is totally, what you say is totally the against what? Against the all pramanas. What you say? What is what they say? Effect that was non-existent earlier in the cause is born means it takes existence. It continues to exist for some time and after again becomes non-existent. Means existence becoming non-existent becoming existence, existence becoming non-existence is, even you say given to reasoning, it is not given to reasoning. Why so? It is against all means of knowledge. No pramana can accept this. And if you insist on that, what will happen is no one will have trust in this world. Anything, whether it is there or not. If he takes it is there and continues, it is not there at all. And if he takes, he conducts it as it is not there, again it is there. Is an entity is or is not with a big problem. It takes for granted it is there, it disappears. And it is not there, again it appears. No pramana at all. He thought, I got enough money in the bank, disappeared, not because of fraud or bank, this thing, the liquidation, it disappears. Non-existent becomes, and he has no money. Arey, so much of money. Will world continue? Such vyavahara can take place against all pramana is going to be now proved. So therefore, how do you say it is sarva pramana virodha? Up to here we have seen katham to pura paksha vaishika. How is so? Answer is given by yadi tavat. Read from yadi tavat dvanukadi.
यदि तावत् जणुकादि द्रव्यं प्राक् उत्पत्तेः अत्यन्तम् एव असत् उत्पन्नं स्थितं च किंचित् कालं पुनः अत्यन्तम् एव असत्वम् आपद्यते.
So yadi tavat, first of all, if you argue like this, what is that? Dvanukadi dravyam. I already told you what is Dvanukadi. So that is Dvanukadi dravyam. Dravya, substance, and 9 substance we have already seen, which is born from its cause, which are seen as Paramanus. From Paramanus, 2 Paramanus got combined and became Adi. 3 Paramanus got combined and became Tranu. 4 Paramanus got combined and became Chaturnu, like this. So Dvanuka Adi, Dravyam, Pragutpattehi. From Paramanus before Dvanuk, Tranuk, etc. are born or come into existence. So what happened? Atyantam eva sat. They are totally, Atyanta means totally. Asat means non-existent. What they mean is, in the ultimate cause, Paramanus, the Dravyas that are born from Paramanus, Dvanuk, Tranuk, etc., are totally non-existent in the Paramanus. And then, Utpannam cha sthitam cha, kinchit kalam. They are born, they were not there at all, totally non-existent. They are born and what? Kinchit kalam sitam. They continue to exist for some period. Punaha, again, after they get destroyed, atyantam eva asatvam apadyate. They become totally totally non-existent. So what? Listen, continue. Tathapi, tatacha. Tathacha sati. Tathacha sati. Asadeva sat jayate. Sadeva asatvam apadyate. tatha cha sati. If that is so, asadeva sajjayate. That is, asat, non-existence one earlier, is what sat jayate, is born as sat. In Paramanus, Karya, Dhanuk, etc., were non-existent. Now that what was non-existent has become existent, sat jayate. And after some time, that Karya, Dhanuk, etc., what happened? Get destroyed and becomes asat. Sadeva asatvam apadyate. Sat itself becomes asat. Sat itself becomes asat. So that means non-existent entity became existent one, existent entity became non-existent. That means this is what has happened. What has happened? Abhava, abhava, bhavati. Abha, that is what? Abhavaha, bhavaha, bhavati, bhavascha, abhavaha, iti, add matam. So this is what you have to say. What is it? Abhavaha, bhavaha, bhavati. Abhava, non-existence. Bhavati becomes bhavaha, existence. Again, what happens? Bhavaha cha, and bhavaha, effect which has come into existence. What it happens? Abhavaha bhavati. It becomes non-existent. Iti matam. This is your belief. So this is what you say. Again, this is further your notion. Continue. Tatra. So what is that? They say, means this is one notion we have seen. According to Vaisheshika, other notion. What is it? Tatra. Tatra. Abhavaha jayamana prak utpattehi shashavishana kalpaha samavayi asamavayi nimittakhyam karanam apeksha jayate. This is what you say further. What is that? Tatra means prakrite vaisheshika mate. In the case of this vaisheshika philosophy, tatra abhavaha, and non-existence, jayamanaha, which is now being born, pragutpattehi. Tatra, we can take Advaya like this. Tatra pragutpattehi shashavishana kalpaha abhavaha jayamanaha samavayi asamavayi nimittakhyam karanam apeksha jayate iti. This is what you mean. What is that? So in your paksha, what you mean is pragutpattehi, before the effect is born, before the karya effect comes into existence, before it is born, pragutpattehi, before its birth, that karya is like this, shasha vishana kalpa. It is not at all existent. Like what? Like the horn of a rabbit. Horn of a rabbit never exists. So like this, in the karana cause, your effect was never existent. It was like shasha vishana, like the horn of a rabbit. Then what happens? That abhava, which was like the horn of a rabbit, jayamana, which is now being born. How? Samavayi, asamavayi, nimittyakhyam, karanam, apeksha. Apeksha, depending on account of the samavayi karana asamavayi karana, and nimitta karana. Samavayi karana we have seen. Actually, their samavayi karana more or less corresponds to what Vedanta is called as upadana karana. That is what they mean. Asamavayi we have seen. It is invariably present in either cause or effect, but not in both. Nimitta karana, like other things which are necessary. Like suppose a pot maker is making a pot. The wheel, the stick to whirl it, etc. These are nimitta karana. And the pot maker himself, efficient cause. So therefore, yes, because depending on or taking help of samavayi, asamavayi, and nimitta karana, jayate iti. The cause is what? Effect is born, which was known as earlier, iti. This is what Vaisheshikas have to say. So it means. Read now. Nacha evam.
न च एवं अभावः उत्पद्यते कारणं वा अपेक्षते इति शक्यं वक्तुम् असतां शशविषाणादीनाम् अदर्शनात्.
Sir, what you say is not correct. What you say, evam, as we have seen, shown you now. Take the anvaya. Evam abhavaha utpadyate karanam va apekshate iti nacha iti vaktum nacha shakyam. Sir, you can't say like this. You can't say like this. What is it? Evam, as explained in the earlier sentence, abhavaha utpadyate. Non-existence is born as existence one. Again, karanam va apekshate. It needs or depends on or expects the cause in terms of what? Samavayi karana, asamavayi karana, and nimitta karana. Apekshate. Iti vaktum, to say so. Iti vaktum nacha shakyam. You can't say so. Why you can't say so? Because reason is asatam shashavishanadinam adarshana. We don't find such things in non-existent entities such as shashavishana. Have you ever seen rabbit's horn or your horn, man's horn? Was not earlier, and it got some samavayi, asamayi, nimitta karana, and became something. It became a tail or something. Have you seen anywhere? No. So therefore, adarshana means such birth of something which is abhava, non-existent, on account of what you call as samavayi karana, asamavayi karana, and nimitta karana, being born as something else is not seen at all. Now the question comes, my dear sir, you are very smart in arguing, but you forget what you accept. You means who? Vedanti. Tell me who Vaisheshika is. We have to imagine such argument. See, you are questioning me that the non-existent effect in the cause cannot be born because of such karanas. Is it not? But tell me now, what do you say? From mud pot is born. Don't you agree that before mud pot was born, it was not there in the mud. If it were in the mud, where is the question of making a pot? This argument by Vaisheshika. So that means it is not, it was not there, now it is born. That's what I'm telling. And afterward, mud pot gets broken, gone, it is non-existent. Why do you question him? So he may argue against Vedanta. So better you know what Vedanta means. Vedanta doesn't mean that mud pot was not there in the mud. Vedanta says that mud pot was verily present in the mud, but in unmanifest condition. Avyakta. And because of what? The kudala, pot maker, chakra, wheel, stick, etc., the process of making everything, it what? It got vyakta, manifest as mud pot. Vedanta doesn't say that mud pot was not exist in the mud. It was, but unmanifest. So therefore, now it has got manifest. Difference is whether unmanifest avyakta or manifest vyakta, and not in terms of non-existence, existence. But you are not accepting this. You are totally, this is a satkarya. An existent, unmanifest effect got manifest because of the causes. Efficient cause, etc. Instrumental cause, efficient cause, etc. We don't say which was not earlier, but you say it was not earlier. That's asatkarya. A non-existent effect is born. But we say that an existent, unmanifest effect became manifest because of certain causes. Difference. So therefore, he is questioning that, for which answer is given as we say that unmanifest effect came into existence, became manifest because of nimitta karana, etc. is quite acceptable. It is not what you say as such. So therefore, continue bhavatmakashchit.
भावात्मकाः चेत् घटादयः उत्पद्यमानाः किंचित् अभिव्यक्तिमात्रकारणम् अपेक्ष उत्पद्यन्ते इति शक्यं प्रतिपत्तुम्.
So what Vedanta says is quite possible, sir, and it is different from what you are talking. What is it? Take Anvaya. Utpadyamanaha ghatadaya bhavatmakaha chet kinchit अभिव्यक्ति मात्र कारणम अपेक्षा उत्पद्यन्ते इति शक्यम प्रतिपत्तु. इति शक्यम प्रतिपत्तुम. It is possible to accept like this. What we Vedanti say? It is possible to shakyam pratipattu. Pratipattu means to accept. It is possible to accept like this. What is it? The utpadyamanaha ghatadaya. The pot, the cloth which are being born, which are coming to existence now. The ghatadaya. Bhavatmakaha che. They were bhavatmaka. Means they were certainly existent in nature. before they are born. Before they are born, they are certainly existent in nature. Yes. Then, number one, effects such as pot, cloth, etc., before they are born, were existent in nature, number one. But what is that? They were avyakta. They were not manifest. They were in unmanifest condition. Now, when you say that they are born, it is like this. Abhivyakti matra karanam apeksha. Apeksha, depending on, taking it by the means of abhivyakti matra karanam. Cause which is necessary to make it manifest. Like mud, a pot maker making a pot out of mud. What all that pot maker does is the abhivyakti karana, the means of making the means of making the unmanifest, the means of making the unmanifest. What is that? Effect into manifest. So therefore, abhivakti ka matra karanam apeksha utpadyante iti is born. This is what Vedanta says, what pratipattum shakyam is quite acceptable. Effect was there earlier in unmanifest form. When it's subjected to certain means, it became manifest. We can accept this. Means it was, but unmanifest. By certain means, it became manifest, and now it is. Which was, is now. We don't say which was not there, and now it has come into existence. So, continue, kincha.
किंच असतः च सद्भावे सतः च असद्भावे न क्वचित् प्रमाण प्रमेय व्यवहारे विश्वासः कस्यचित् स्यात्.
This is the problem. If we accept you, Vaisheshika Kanada, what is that? Kincha means another reason. Means you can't point out to us Vedantin. We have made it clear. Another reason why we can't accept your asatkarya. Keep in mind, asatkarya means what? Effect which was never existent in the cause came into existence because of samavaya, samaya karana, etc. If we accept this, the problem is like this. What is that? Kincha, to add further. Asataha cha sadbhavi. If from non-existent, if a non-existent entity is born and sataha cha asadbhavi, and an existing entity ceases to be, na kvachit pramana prameya vyavahare vishvasaha kasita. Nobody will have what? Trust in the vyavahara of what? A thing is or is not. Before proceeding, keep in mind, pot which was unmanifest was born from the cause mud because of the means. And now it is available as what? Pot. Means unmanifest mud pot is now available as manifest mud pot. Suppose it broken and polarized, no more pot. Is what? The manifest pot became unmanifest. Quite acceptable. Unmanifest pot became manifest pot. Manifest pot became unmanifest pot. But what you say, non-existent part became existent part, and existent part became non-existent. It is not accepted. That's what it says. See, asataha sadbhavi. If non-existence becomes existence, again, sataha cha asadbhavi. And existence becomes non-existent. Na kvachit, nowhere. What is there? Pramana prameya vyavahari. In the vyavahara, dealing, transacts the world where pramana prameya. With the means of pramana, you ascertain this is the prameya. This is what it is. See, for example, somebody gave you 10 lakhs cash. And you are seeing existence is giving you. And moment it came to head, this is non-existent. What is it do? He has given you, you have seen it, it was in their hand. And it became non-existent. And you are scratching your head. You have to pay 10 lakhs to someone. You had nothing, not even 10 rupees in your hand. And so you told that person, so I don't have money. Suddenly, whatever, 10 lakhs came. From no money, money came. Is ever possible? No one will have any confidence, any trust in any vyavahara with respect to a thing is or thing is not. A boy married a girl, that moment disappeared. Another person who wants to remain bachelor all the time, suddenly wife came. Is it possible? That is what you are talking. So therefore, pramana prame vyavahare, so vishvasa. Vishvasa means trust, that confidence, trust. Trust is the right word. Na kasajit cha. So it is not about. It is not possible. Nobody will have trust. Why? If you ask why, this is the reason. Kincha.
सत् सत् एव असत् असत् एव इति निश्चयानुपपत्तेः.
This is the reason. If you say so, such ascertainment is next to impossible. What is that? Sat sadeva. Whatever you ascertain as sat existent one is what? Is always sat. Is always an existent entity. Again, what is that? Asat asadeva. Whatever you have ascertained as non-existent entity is always non-existent. Iti say nischayasya anupapattehe. Such nischaya, such ascertainment, upapatti is not, that means is not possible. Anupapatti, its upapatti possibility is not there, means it is not possible. That is why people will have no trust in the pramana pramay vyavahara, in the ascertainment of an existent entity with the help of pramana. What they have ascertained, right? Contrary happens. So now further is that. See, actually it is not difficult, but we are not accustomed to such argument. See, that's why olden days, before Vedanta, they used to send to the student to Nyaya Tarka. First study Nyaya or Tarka, reasoning, Tarka Shastra, by which what happens? Your mind gets that capacity to inquire into. See, this gradual evolution was there in our educational system. Even in Taittiriya Upanishad, the student who was accustomed to, totally accustomed to karma kanda is not straight away taken to jnana kanda. Because this person is very efficient in doing many things. But as far as thinking is concerned, inquiry is concerned, certain exercise is necessary for the mind to get accustomed to take to inquiry. So therefore, these mumukshus who were totally steeped in karma kanda were put on upasana, meditation. First shikshavali of this is full of such. And meditation, what he is familiar with, not something great. Whatever he is familiar with, think of it. And then they were led to Vedantic inquiry. So therefore, such these are necessary. At the same time, at the time of Bhashyakar, these followers of Vaisheshika, Kanada, Sankhya, etc. were there. And when you speak of Bhashya, the one of the prerequisite for Bhashya is you have to answer their doubts. Because if such people come to Vedanta, they will have their own notions. And you have to point it out that this is what is not correct. So it becomes the duty of the Bhashyakara to answer them. And some people have got such notions. What happened was, I don't know, maybe more than 3 decades back, I was giving a talk somewhere in Villeparle East. Not regular, somebody has arranged this. And some context of Sankhya came. And I pointed out the mistake. After the talk, one gentleman came. He was so angry because he was a follower of Sankhya. How is it? I pacified him and sent him. They are there. Nowadays, they are not. Some rare fellow was there. He should be pointed out how it is wrong. Those days there were many people. So therefore, we have to bear it. And also it shows that whatever that is ascertained here as Siddhanta, the final reality is foolproof because it is established after pointing out the drawbacks in other schools of thought. So that being the case, some of you may feel, oh, too much of argument. Just bear it, come out of it, and whatever I understood, okay. If not so, know for certain, all this establishes beyond the trace of doubt that an ignorant person can never give up karma. That's all. If you are convinced, you don't need it. But Bhasha has to answer it. So therefore, don't get frightened. As I told you, here in the context of 48, then in the context of 50. In fact, that's very important. It is not like this. The Bhasha, elaborate Bhasha in the verse 50 is very, very, very important because it threadbare gives the diagnosis of our samsara. How this samsara has come into existence? There is no such argument there. How this samsara comes into existence? How are you suffering this sorrowful samsara, though being Satchidananda Paramatma? And what is the remedy? And that remedy, what it needs, very important. Then comes in the context of 55, verse 55. In the what is that? The nature of jnana nishtha, steadfastness in the Atma Swarupa Jnana, Atma Jnana. That is why the Muksha required. Then comes 67, no, 66. After 66, before the 67th verse is taken to more elaborate Bhasya. It is not very difficult, but it is elaborate. That's all. To show that Bhagavad Gita finally speaks of Jnana Marga only, the path of knowledge, not Karma Marga or not simultaneous practice of Jnana and Karma for getting moksha. Whereas, of course, Karma is necessary as a preparatory means and not as the final means. Final means for moksha is Jnana only. And after gaining knowledge, it doesn't need karma again to get the moksha. This is what is established there, we are required. So therefore, if you can follow it, if you are more attentive, if not, bear it. So it is not going to, that is, because of that, you are not going to lose anything else. As I told you, I give the final conclusion. Karma is inevitable for a jnani. Better he does it, whether defective or non-defective. We'll continue. Om.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ